Hello and you're very welcome to the first ever broadcast on Irish Water FM. You're tuned in here with me, Michael Noonan, and I'm delighted to be joined on the show by John Tierney from Irish Water. Say hello, John.
That would be an ecumenical matter.
Easy on, John. Not yet. That's not one of the questions. Look, I think we'll go to the phone lines. Luke down there in Roscommon. Luke, you're very welcome to the show. How are things down in Roscommon?
The contamination in the water in my constituency in Roscommon is so bad. There's people, they have to boil the water even before they'll use it to flush the toilets. There's farmers out in rural Roscommon that are forced to turn off drinking water troughs, and they're actually using bottles of Ballygowan to bottle feed sheep and cattle up and down the county. And I think Irish Water is another quango, and this is another part of it, Irish Water FM. It should be disbanded and it should be done away with.
Thanks very much, caller. I'm going to let you, John, respond to that.
That would be...
Okay, enough said, John, enough said. In order to get over a boiled water notice for drinking, there's a very simple solution, you know. If people just started making tea every time instead of boiling the water to drink it, that way you wouldn't notice there was a boil notice. When it comes to showers, you don't always have to use water, you know. There's always the old Mexican shower that we used to use years ago. Came in very handy after a training session. And it's just a good spray of length, front and back, up and down and around the headlands. And regardless of that, I don't think Deputy Flanagan showering is very high on the agenda of the unwashed masses that you represent. So I don't see what the issue is. So I think we'll go to another caller. Agnes in Dunmore, you're on line too. Very welcome to the show. What's the story in Dunmore, Agnes?
Well, I just want to say there's a major problem in my own house. My two daughters, they're about a half an hour in the shower. There's about 6 or 7 bottles of conditioner and shampoos. And I don't know what kind of water bill I'm going to get after they're gone back, because I can't afford it. And I think Irish Water, they're not looking favourably on people like myself who have daughters out there who will be, when they're found dead in the shower, they're in it that long. And I'm not going to pay no water bill to Irish Water.
I think I'll hand that one over to you, John Tierney.
That would be an ecumenical matter.
In the honour of God, John, if you have nothing to say, I would suggest say nothing at all. Well, Agnes, what I would say to you, and I'm not very experienced when it comes to women's hair care, but there was a product out years ago, and it was a shampoo and conditioner all in one. And I'm not sure if it was called Wash and Go or Go and Wash, but I think it may provide a practical solution to all this nonsense of fancy conditioners and hair serums and Moroccan argan oil treatments that are up on group on about 50 times a week. So I don't see the need for all those bottles of Jollop. In and out, wash and go. Well, unfortunately, listeners, that's all we have time for. And if there was one message I'd put out there on Irish Water FM's show, is I had an old primary school teacher one time, and he used to say to us, like a good lad, will you ever just do what you're told? And I would say the very same thing to all those people out there. Life is an awful lot easier when you don't ask silly questions. And all these silly complaints and questions, they're only distracting the real work of Irish Water. There's Christmas bonuses and parties to be organised in the next couple of months. And the powers that be have to be let get on with their function of doing their jobs. And as the old saying goes, send a man a bill, you have him for a day. Get his PPS, and you have him for life. Well, sadly, that's it from me and John, so we leave you in the capable hands of TLC. And don't go chasing waterfalls.